Hey guys, welcome back. So, hey everyone, welcome back to New England Next Gen, the place where young Americans come to think boldly, speak bravely, and challenge the narratives that keep us quiet. Today's episode is a big one. And I don't want to drop my computer. But today's episode is a big one because we're talking about something that affects every single student, creator, and young leader in this country. Soft censorship. Not the kind of censorship where the government throws people in jail. I'm talking about something quieter, something social, something psychological. It's the pressure to stay silent, the pressure to self-censor, the pressure to keep the peace by hiding what you actually think. And tonight, we're going to unpack where that comes from, why it's dangerous, and what real courage looks like in a generation that's scared to speak up. So what is soft censorship? Can't even say it. What is soft censorship? Soft censorship doesn't need laws. It doesn't need punishment. It works through fear. And I know most of you can understand where this is coming. So it sounds like these current phrases, right? I don't want to say anything because people will judge me. I don't want to speak up because I don't want drama. I don't want to share my beliefs because people will call me names. It creates a world where everyone keeps quiet because they're afraid of the social cost. No one banned your speech, but the pressure made you ban yourself. That's soft censorship. So why is it dangerous, okay? When people stop speaking openly, thinking stops. So, like right now, if you notice people that when you're arguing politics and, a lot of it comes with people who just don't think. And that's really where this all really, stems down from. So I'm going to say this again. When people stop speaking openly, thinking stops. Truth stops. Accountability stops. A society filled with silent people is a society that becomes easy to control. Soft censorship produces conformity, not community. It produces obedience, not understanding. And for young people, especially on the college campuses, this pressure is stronger than anywhere else. So here's a history story for you guys. I wanted to tell you a story about something that almost nobody learns in school, but every American benefits from it. It's the story of John Peter Zenger, a printer in New York City in the 1730s. At the time, criticizing the government was illegal. The governor controlled the press. If you printed anything negative, you could be arrested. Well, Zenger printed the truth anyway. He published articles exposing corruption and abuse by Governor William Cosby. The governor responded in the way the powerful always respond when someone threatens their control. He had Zenger arrested, he had his papers burned, and he jailed him for 8 months, all for printing words. But when Zenger finally went to trial, something historic happened. Are you ready, guys? His lawyer stood up and said a sentence that changed the entire future of America. The truth cannot be libel. I don't know if I said that right, but L-I-B-E-L, libel. That one sentence spoken by one courageous lawyer defending one courageous printer became the foundation of the First Amendment. The jury found Zenger not guilty, and the courtroom erupted in applause. And this is the lesson. America didn't get free speech because everyone stayed quiet. We got it because one man refused to. It's not the cause of one poor printer, but the cause of liberty. This is exactly what soft censorship threatens today. Not just one person's voice, but the culture of liberty itself. So let's fast forward to now, guys. The government might not imprison people now for speaking, but society pushes us in other ways. You disagree politely, you're labeled. You ask a question, you're targeted. You support the wrong group, you're attacked. You speak your mind, you're socially exiled. You film a public event, people say you weren't allowed, which exactly happened at my TPUSA tabling event. We live streamed it and then it wasn't allowed. And you try to start a club and people want you censored. And that's what happens with our TPUSA chapters at school. So there's no laws, no jail cells, just pure social pressure. And social pressure can just be as suffocating as a legal ban, and sometimes worse. So why do people self-censor? People don't stay silent because they lack opinions. We all know that, right? They stay silent because they fear the consequences. They fear that being judged, being excluded, being misunderstood, being called a name, being targeted online, losing opportunities, and being the outcast. So instead, they shrink themselves, they stay quiet, and they trade truth for comfort. But silence doesn't protect you. It only empowers the people who want the silence. So how do we find the way out of this, guys? The antidote, you ready? I'm going to give you this is like the secret power. No. The antidote to self-censorship is not loudness. It's grounded courage. Not aggression, but integrity. Not chaos, but clarity. And not fighting, but truth spoken with confidence. You don't need to scream. You don't need to be rude. You just need to stop hiding. When one person speaks honestly, it gives others permission to do the same. And that's how movements start. That's how cultures shift. And that's how freedom survives. Here's a historical quote for you guys. Thomas Jefferson put it simply, in matters of style, swim with the current. In matters of principle, stand like a rock. And that's exactly what our generation needs more of. People who stand like rocks. And then I'm going to just throw a funny, a Bible verse in here at the last moment. But Isaiah 41:10 says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God." Courage doesn't come from applause. It comes from knowing who you stand with. So here I'm going to start closing, okay? If this episode challenged you, inspired you, or made you think, then I want you to take action. Here's your challenge for today. You ready? Dun, dun, dun. Number 1, speak one honest truth today. 2, question one narrative respectfully. 3, defend one person being silenced. 4, share this episode with someone who needs courage. And 5, make sure you subscribe so that we can continue to build a generation that's not afraid to think. Self-censorship only wins when we stay quiet. In here, we can speak boldly, we can think critically, and we can lead with courage. So this is Sarah with, New England Next Gen. I thank you for listening. You got to be brave. You got to be loud with your truth. And I will see you in the next episode. If you want, you can also subscribe to the channel. Please like this video. I will be doing more. We're going to be doing a live debate on Friday the 14th, I believe is the date. But this Friday at 6 p.m., we are going to be asking a one-topic question. I'm trying to think if I put the way I put it in. I said the debate is going to be an open-ended kind of question. It's going to be, does white privilege, quote unquote, exist in modern America? And if so, in what ways? And if not, why not? That'll be on Friday. If you want to join that, please message me. Feel free to comment on the video and you can ask me there, and then I will, go back to you. If you want to email me, it's newenglandnextgen2025@yahoo, or you can go to the website newenglandnextgen.com. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And feel free to ask me any questions you need. My state auditor interview is going to be on Wednesday morning. I will post that as soon as I'm done with that. I just have to make sure that it's all, all set and downloaded into the YouTube channel. I love you guys. And if you have any questions for the state auditor, feel free to add that in. Bye, guys.